Grand day, everyone. Hello, hello. Magical, rising, beautiful day here in Seguin, Texas. Name's Jason Mangan. What's going on, everyone? I'm your soul brother. Well, it's a slightly rainy day here in Seguin, Texas, and I've been guided to do this video. So hopefully you all enjoy. And as you're watching this video, everyone, I want to encourage everyone and give a loving suggestion to keep an open heart, to keep an open mind, and to keep an open soul in your own personal experimentations and your explorations on your own personal path and healing and soul evolution with the divine oversoul creator, God. So I share that first because I really want everyone to know that this video is not a video of trying to force you to believe me or try to control you in any way. I'm just sharing with you my experiences, my testimonials, and some of the divine truths, absolute truths that I've come to figure out with God personally. Now, you don't have to believe me. I don't need you to believe me. I just encourage and suggest with a loving, humbled heart that you challenge me. Challenge your path. Challenge all of your teachers, your parents. Challenge everything. Challenge everything that I'm going to share with you in this video. And keep what resonates with you and throw out what doesn't. And I encourage you to stay on your path, to follow your heart, and to keep exploring your pure, genuine joys, loves, and happiness. So what I want to share is I want to share the divine secrets, the divine truth teachings that were lost on this earth realm 2,000 years ago. And they were lost for multiple reasons. I might share a little bit on why they were lost. But the creator of these teachings was the greatest divine messenger the world has ever known or seen. And that was our soul brother. Not God, our soul brother. An equal soul brother and sister of ours, Yeshua ben Joseph, and his soulmate, Mary Magdalene. Now, there are other celestial, divine, angelic entities, just like you and I, children of God, that are also teaching these truths in the physical realm. I'm one of them. And then also in the spiritual realms, different planes of worlds, of spheres, of dimensional locations within the multiverse. A lot of us call it the spiritual world. Life after life, because death is an illusion. Death is not real. All we're doing is transitioning, transforming from a physical body into another material matter called the spiritual body. And then eventually, as we start receiving more of God's love and God's truth in our soul, eventually we will start living in our soul body. And so these teachings, these divine truth teachings have come into my life 13 years ago. Now, when they came into my life 13 years ago, everyone, my soul was singing in joy immediately. I had a friend on Facebook, which was a spiritual guide of mine that materialized themselves on social media. And they introduced me to a video titled Overview of Divine Truth, Secrets of the Universe, Part 1 and Part 2. They basically shared the same thing that I shared with you at the beginning of this video. They said, Jason, we know you are a seeker of truth. Keep an open heart, mind, and soul, and explore and experiment with what the video is sharing. So I started watching this video 13 years ago, and immediately I became very happy. I was in joy, but I was emotionally triggered on a few things. But I couldn't stop watching the material. I couldn't stop exploring it, experiment with it, and learning from it. Because everything that Yeshua was sharing was just resonating so much. I was like in harmony with a pure, genuine orchestra symphony movement that was just highlighting and amplifying the joy in my life. I was singing in joy, and I felt it at a very deep cellular level. So I came to know very quickly in that video, within 6 months, I came to know very quickly that what I was listening to was the truth that Yeshua and Mary were teaching 2,000 years ago, was the truth about this gentleman's identity, that it was actually Yeshua ben Joseph and his soulmate, Mary Magdalene, in the audience. And I was challenged. I was really emotionally challenged, and a lot of emotions were coming up for me that I needed to process. And as I was processing these emotions of anger and fear and grief, Yeshua and Mary started coming to me in my awake state and then also in my sleep state. And they started teaching me and showing me their identity and showing me their truth. And it was a really, really beautiful experience. My life has been an incredible, divine, magical life within the last 13 years. Now, a lot of people are going to be challenged by this information and about what I'm about to say. A lot of people have certain beliefs around all kinds of spiritual matters and topics and subjects around all sorts of things. There are many, many lies, distortions, and misrepresentations about all kinds of spiritual matters. A big misrepresentation and distortion is reincarnation. The truth coming from God's perspective and viewpoints, when you start having a deep, intimate, emotional, honest relationship with God, which is true divine prayer, it's all about being truthful and honest in your emotions, and this emotional dialogue, this emotional communication, that you and I can have a personal relationship with this divine oversoul entity, which has no gender, that has masculine and feminine qualities and attributes, that is the most loving entity that lives outside of the multiverse, that created the framework of the multiverse, that you and I can have a personal relationship with. Once we start having this emotional prayer with God in our own personal healing journey and soul evolution with Source Creator, she will show you the truths on all spiritual matters. On all spiritual matters. And one of the truths that I've come to figure out is that there is many distortions and misrepresentations and lies about reincarnation. The major influence in this earth realm are coming from soul brothers and sisters of ours that used to have a physical body. They used to live in a physical body. They transitioned into the spiritual world, or you can call them earthbound souls, or if they're in another dimensional location, you can call them natural loving souls or spirits. They're just people. They're just children of God, sons and daughters of God. They're children of God. Now, a lot of these brothers and sisters of ours, they influence this earth realm in many, many different ways, through their opinions, assumptions, through their emotional injuries, through their addictions, attachments, and codependency issues. And a lot of what they're sharing and teaching in spiritual matters, or in religious movements, or in spiritual circles, or even in plant medicine ceremonies, a lot of what they're teaching is not the truth coming from God's perspective and viewpoints on how things really operate and function through the mechanics and framework of your physical body, spiritual body, and soul, and throughout the multiverse. So a lot of these people in other dimensional locations are teaching untruths about reincarnation. And what they're doing is they're trying to overcloak others, feeling that they have the possibilities to reincarnate. So a lot of misinformation is coming through people that are highly mediumistic, they're channelers, they're psychics, and they're not getting accurate information through the dialogue and communication of connecting with these people. Because the people in the physical realm have emotional damaged filtering systems. And anyone that has an emotional damaged filtering system, you're gonna get inaccurate information of communication, of energy vibrations and frequencies, and you're gonna discern the communication or information falsely. And one of the false informations is that we do not need to reincarnate back on Earth to grow and evolve and heal and go through a karmic debt. That is a false teaching. You and I have an opportunity to grow, evolve, and heal in love, truth, and humility with God in the multiverse, in thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of different planes of existence, of worlds and spheres, based on the condition of love within your own soul, determines what location you would go to in the multiverse to help you and support you and assist you in your own healing, in your own evolution, with or without God. So we never have to come back to Earth. Is it a possibility? Yes, definitely. There is a possibility for people to come back to Earth, but not until you get to a certain celestial realm of existence, at the condition of your own soul, at a certain location in the celestial realms, with God and with your soulmate. Now, there are some people that have come back to the earth. And one of these souls is our soul brother, Yeshua ben Joseph, and his soulmate, Mary Magdalene. They live in a physical body, and they live in Australia. There are a few other souls that have come back because they have done the celestial, they have taken full responsibility and ownership and accountability of their own emotional repentance and forgiveness process with God. And some of them have come back. And the major reasons why soul brothers and sisters come back is to teach the basic foundations of absolute truth coming from God's perspective. And the basic foundations that a lot of people are missing is, number one, is that there is a creator, a divine entity that is the most loving entity, that is the most loving parent, that is our true parent, that you and I can have a personal, emotional relationship with. There is a God. That's the first major truth that a lot of people are missing in the physical realms and also in the spiritual realms. The second major truth that a lot of people are missing and running away from and avoiding is that no third-party authority figure, no third-party religion, spiritual movement or organization, or shaman or guru or Jesus or Mary or any other celestial being, no archangel can save you from your own sins inside of you. And sin just basically means living out of harmony of God's love and truth emotionally. So the only person that can save you with God is yourself. So the true teachings that Jesus and Mary were teaching and other celestial beings were teaching, and that I'm currently teaching now, is that we all need to take personal responsibility and full accountability of all of the emotional pain, the emotional attacks, the emotional traumas that others have caused us, and that we have caused ourselves and others, our environment, and then also separating ourselves from God. These are all you can call sins in the soul. Now, I'm using a lot of words that can potentially get you emotionally triggered. It's not my responsibility to save you, and it's not my responsibility to make you feel good or happy about what I'm teaching. I encourage everyone, whatever emotions are coming up, just allow yourself to emotionally process these emotions in the most loving, most truthful, most humble way without hurting yourself or others or your environment, like we've done many times in our lives, like others have done to us many times in our lives. Actually, the moment we were incarnated in our mother's womb, our mother and father, our family generational bloodline, and our environment that we were born into, they have been physically and emotionally attacking us from the beginning of our incarnation. And this is why people are sick. Here, here, and here. They're sick. And when you're emotionally and physically sick, when you're spiritually sick, when you're financially sick, sexually sick, socially sick, economically sick, when you're sick, it's easy for that person to be influenced by unloving brothers and sisters of ours in the physical realm and also in the spiritual realm. This is why it's so very important to heal yourself with God, so you can become more of a divine, accurate medium, a channeler, an energy healer, an emotional healer, a more accurate psychic. Because if you don't take responsibility for your life and healing with God, you will be overcloaked, just like I did, just like I was. You will be influenced and possessed. You will be highly influenced to continue to hurt yourself and others and your environment, animals, insects, nature, your personal relationship with God, for a very, very long time. There are people in the spiritual world that are in very, very dark conditions. Very, very dark conditions. They look animalistic, they look old, they look crumbling, they look zombie-like, they look demonic, because everything is a reflection of the condition of love within your own soul. And it shows in your physical body and your spiritual body. It shows in your environment, in your location, in your space. But it's a beautiful law of reflection. It's a beautiful law of mirroring back to us what we're avoiding, what we're suppressing, and what we're denying, to help us become emotionally aware and recognize how much pain is inside of us, and how much pain others have caused us, and how much pain we have caused ourselves and others. Now, this is a basic root foundation law. These are the highest laws of love that I'm teaching you right now. Repentance and forgiveness with God. The greatest communication, the most accurate communication that we all have an opportunity to participate in, is not the words that are coming from your mouth. It's the emotional dialogue that we're having 24/7 with ourselves and others in nature and with the Creator. If you're not tapped into growing in emotional sensitivity and emotional awareness and emotional intelligence, you will be lost, you will be stagnant, you will be confused, you will live in doubt for many, many years. Just like the spirits that are very demonic in the physical realm and spiritual realm, that have been living in their condition for thousands of years. But you know the beauty and love of God? The beauty and love of God is that all of these demonic spirits that have created so much pain in themselves and others and our environment, they all have an opportunity to become divine celestial angels, living in the highest celestial realms of the multiverse with God. And all they need to do is take full emotional accountability of their own repentance and forgiveness process with God, so they can fully feel the pain that they've been running away from for thousands of years. There are many spirits listening to this right now. Spirits around you and the spirits around me. And they all have an opportunity to grow and evolve and heal in their specific location. They don't need to come back to earth to fulfill a karmic cycle. That's an untruth. That's an untruth. So, with that said, everyone, I encourage everyone to explore and to experiment with what I just shared with you. If you want me to send you the YouTube video, you can find it yourself. It's everything that Yeshua and Mary teach is absolutely free. They've been living off donations now for the last 20 years. They have a beautiful 40 acres of land in Australia, and they're doing incredible things in amazing ways in the physical realm and spiritual realm. And one of the major reasons why the world is going through such a cosmic, beautiful cycle of rebirth is because of what Yeshua and Mary are teaching and have been teaching for the last 20 years. And what happens is that other soul brothers and sisters that experiment with the teachings like myself, when you bring in more of God's love and truth into the soul, you express it physically, energetically, vibrational and this vibrational frequency of love and accountability and humility and truth is being spread to everyone and everything in the physical body, in the spiritual body, in the soul, throughout the multiverse, and it positively affects us emotionally and consciously. And these natural cycles of seasons and cosmic cycles of seasons, it naturally positively affects in a divine way everything and everyone. Everything and everyone. So this has been prophesized for many years. This has been prophesized for thousands of years. Our ancestors have been prophesizing this for thousands of years in their teachings, in their writings, in their artifacts, in their art, in their music. Look, everyone, it's happening with or without you. With or without you. But you have a choice. You have a choice to use your free will because it's a gift. And as emotionally intelligent, conscious human beings that you are, children of God, nothing happens accidentally. Everything is happening for a purpose. It's all divine timing. So if you're watching this video, it's for you. Every moment is for you. It's a gift. And I'm giving you a gift. I'm not asking for your money. I'm not asking for you to love me. I'm not asking for approval. I'm not asking for you to purchase any of my superfoods. I'm not asking for donations. This is a gift because I know you are family. You are my family. And I'm growing in more love because of my own accountability and my own repentance and forgiveness process with God. So I encourage everyone to open up the gift because every moment is a gift for you, for us. So I encourage you to watch the video. Overview of Divine Truth, Secrets of the Universe. Experiment with it, explore with it, and see what comes up for you. I enjoy you all so very much. I love you all so very much. And thank you for inviting me in. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'm sure we'll be chatting soon. Bye-bye.